and the White House doesn't address all of them. Tried to, but it didn't really work out.
Well, we addressed the issue of the Affordable Care Act.
Yeah, but everybody realizes how that has worked out. Make your own decision. Ted, to you though, Antoine brings up an important point. Protecting pre-existing conditions polls extraordinarily well, and the president and the Republicans failed on repeal and replace. How do you exploit what potential weaknesses Antoine pointed out?
Well, I would reject your proposition that they failed on repealing it. They have repealed it. When they did away with the mandate that you had to have insurance, and that was the penalty that Justice Roberts held his Supreme Court ruling on that made it constitutional. When the Republicans repealed that made the bill unconstitutional, and that's why the Fifth Circuit ruled such.
Come on, the bill moving forward. Come on, it's been stayed. Nobody thinks that Obamacare has been fully repealed. You just can't say that.
No, actually, that's wrong. Most legal minds believe that when it gets to the Supreme Court will rule that it's unconstitutional because that mandate isn't there.
Been repealed. But
so now we are left with truly no health care system in place that is going to put in place a free market system where the health insurance actually works. And what you are saying is that
Ted, that sounds like you're describing to me that Republicans, by repealing this, in your words, all they did was create a new problem and still couldn't figure out how to replace it. Still, when they had the House, the Senate, and the White House.
And there was a bill that went forward, and you remember John McCain infamously went up and gave a thumbs down on the fix that would have fixed it.
Okay,
now,
if the
Republicans can get the Democrats to come forward, now if the Republicans can get the Democrats to support it, are you going to continue to interrupt me? I'm trying to get my comment out.
Well, you're filibustering, but you're not saying much.
Because I keep getting interrupted.
Okay, Ted, go ahead and make your point.
Thank you. The Republicans had a plan. John McCain thumbed it down. Now it's going to take the Republicans and the Democrats coming together to solve this issue. The biggest issue that is out there, like you said, is the pre-existing conditions. If we can get an agreement on that, that would be great, because that is indeed what the most Americans want, is to protect those people that have pre-existing conditions. But I guarantee you, no Democrat is going to come forward and support any solving of this issue, because they want to have the issue going into 2020, because they aren't interested in governing. They are interested in they're obsessed with the 2020 election and making sure that Donald Trump is not president of the United States.
You spent so much time saying a whole bunch of nothing. Here's the bottom line. 79% of the American people want to deal with the issue of affordability and costs. 55% of the American people want to deal with the issue of access. What I know is Democrats ran on, we're going to fix the healthcare system and strengthen the ACA. The American people responded in a big way. That's why we have majority in the House. That's why we had historic gains in governor's mansions and legislatures around the country.
Antoine, you yourself just made the point a couple of minutes ago. You don't know how you're going to fix all those things, and Democrats don't know how they're going to fix them either. Hold on, Ted, I'm going to get to Ted here for a second. You brought up an important point.
Let me clarify what I said, because you're saying I said something I didn't say. What I said was I don't know how they're going to fix it with a Republican majority at the White House and the Senate. We can pass bills all we want out of the House, but if it gets to the Senate and doesn't go anywhere, then it doesn't matter.
But to that point, Ted, is that a danger for Republicans? As Antoine points out, healthcare polls well, and they picked up 40 seats running on this issue as a signature issue. If there's not some fix, will voters continue to hold Republicans responsible?
Well, remember, for the previous 8 years, Republicans picked up more House seats than they've had since 1929 on the health care issue, because the American people realized that the Obamacare proposal was a disaster and needed to be fixed. The Republicans came forward with a proposal that would have fixed most of the free market system in the last term when they had the House and the Senate, and John McCain voted it down, because you need 60 votes to get it done, and John McCain wasn't there. We have the ability to get it fixed.
Hold on. Republicans have had, or have and for the next 48 hours. The United States House, the United States Senate, they had the White House and someone in the White House that you have said many times on this program is one of the great communicators and convincers. The best reason you can give me that Republicans were not able to fix health care is to keep going back to the vote of John McCain? Come on.
That is the answer.
It's a talking point that falls on mute ground.
You saw John McCain promise the American people, promised the Arizona voters that he would be the one that led the fight to kill Obamacare, and when he had the chance, he gave a thumbs down.
Right.
That's history.
Well, Democrats won the Arizona Senate seat.
All right, well, fellas, we're out of time. Antoine, Ted, I'm not sure we solved anything. We'll see if Congress does better than you guys did in the coming weeks. Appreciate it, fellas. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
God bless. Enjoy it.
And motorists looking forward to cheaper gas prices in 2019. Analysts predicting the price of regular gas will average $2.70, 3 cents less than last year. They say despite cutbacks in global oil production, crude prices will continue to go down over fears of a slowing economy.
All right. The woman who helped Elizabeth Smart be kidnapped is now out of jail and starting a new life. Where she's living has Elizabeth Smart speaking out. We'll tell you about that. Plus, new details in the case of a man charged with killing his fiancée, even though they haven't found her body. Will the charges against him stick? Our trial attorney breaks that down next.
Knock, knock. It's Publishers Clearinghouse with our Forever Prize. Win $5,000 a week for your life. Then after that, someone you choose gets $5,000 a week for their life. Enter at PCH.com and February 28th, win forever.
Your insurance rates skyrocket after a scratch so small you could fix it with a pen. How about using that pen to sign up for new insurance instead?
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise their rates because of their first accident. Switch and you could save $782 on home and auto insurance. Call 1-888-764-2147 for a free quote today. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hi, I'm Caleb, and this is my story. I was born with osteogenesis imperfecta, or brittle bone disease. I have broken my bones almost 200 times, and I have had 11 surgeries. But I didn't let that stop me. I love to bike ride, climb, race, and I'm learning how to stand and walk. But I can only do all of this because of generous people like you and Shriners Hospitals for Children.
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospitals for Children has helped more than 1.3 million kids just like me, regardless of their family's ability to pay.
Shriners Hospitals for Children is only able to provide this world-class, life-changing medical care because of the generous gifts of people just like you.
Because of you, I can ride my bike. I can play basketball.
Because of people like you, I can run.
I can smile.
Will you send your love to the rescue today?
When you go to loveshriners.org right now and give just 63 cents a day, you're helping kids just like me.
Like me. Like me.
When you give today, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and a reminder of the love you gave